Welcome to Mindblow. First, subscribe my channel, like and share your friend. Okay, thank you. September 1st, 2025. A date that will be remembered as a turning point in the South China Sea. The world wakes up to breaking news, and the tension is palpable. The South China Sea is on edge. Naval patrols move with heightened caution, every maneuver watched, every signal analyzed. Scarborough Shoal, a ring of reefs and rocks, is now a global flashpoint. Once a quiet fishing ground, it has become the center of a high-stakes geopolitical drama. Chinese warships and Philippine Coast Guard vessels face off, their national flags fluttering defiantly. Tensions are high and nerves are stretched to the breaking point. What began as a local dispute over fishing rights and territory has escalated into an international crisis, drawing in the United States and other global powers. The world is watching as the risk of conflict grows. Newsrooms buzz with updates, and families across Asia anxiously follow every development. Tensions have been simmering for years with past confrontations and diplomatic protests, but recent weeks have seen a dramatic escalation, pushing the region to the brink. Chinese ships aggressively block Philippine vessels, using their size and numbers to intimidate. Filipino crews stand firm, holding up documents and citing international law, determined not to back down. Every day, the risk of a miscalculation looms. One wrong move, one misunderstood signal, could spark a wider conflict. Fighter jets now patrol the skies, and the U.S. has deployed a carrier strike group to signal its support for the Philippines. The message is clear, the world is watching, and the stakes are higher than ever. This show of force raises the stakes, turning a regional standoff into a confrontation between superpowers. The balance of power in Asia hangs in the balance. Decisions made here will impact millions of lives, from fishermen to city dwellers, shaping the future of the region for years to come. The Scarborough Shoal Standoff is more than a headline. It's a test of the international order, a challenge to the rules that have governed the seas for decades. The world asks, what happens next? Will diplomacy prevail, or will the standoff spiral out of control? This is a story of sovereignty, resources, and the struggle for control over a vital waterway. The outcome will shape not just borders, but the future of peace and stability in the region. Scarborough Shoal, Panatag Shoal to Filipinos, Huangyandao to China, is more than a reef. It's a lifeline for Filipino fishermen well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. For China, it's a strategic outpost, key to controlling the South China Sea and projecting power. The region is a global shipping artery with trillions in trade passing through and untapped oil and gas below. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled for the Philippines, invalidating China's sweeping claims. China rejected the ruling, deepening the standoff. The Philippines stands on international law. China asserts its claim by force. The clash is about more than territory. It's about the rules that govern the seas. The stakes are global. The waters surrounding Scarborough Shoal have become a flashpoint, now teeming with warships and Coast Guard vessels from multiple nations. The once quiet sea is now a stage for a tense and dangerous standoff, with ships maneuvering in close proximity, their crews on constant alert. China has deployed some of its most advanced Navy ships and a powerful Coast Guard fleet, using increasingly aggressive tactics to block Philippine access to the area. Chinese vessels have been seen shadowing, intercepting, and even attempting to intimidate smaller Philippine boats, escalating tensions with every encounter. Despite being outgunned and outnumbered, the Philippines continues its patrols, determined to assert its rights. Filipino crews document every incident of harassment, gathering evidence and appealing to the international community for support and intervention. The arrival of a U.S. carrier strike group in nearby waters sends a powerful message. It signals that any attack on the Philippines, a treaty ally, could trigger direct American intervention, raising the stakes for all parties involved. With so many military ships and aircraft operating in such close quarters, the risk of a deadly miscalculation or accidental clash is dangerously high. Even a single mistake could have catastrophic consequences. Even a seemingly minor incident, like a collision or a misinterpreted maneuver, could quickly spiral out of control, igniting a much larger conflict that no one truly wants. Behind the scenes, diplomats are scrambling to keep lines of communication open, working around the clock to de-escalate tensions and prevent disaster. Every conversation, every negotiation could be crucial in averting war. Around the world, newsrooms and ordinary people alike are glued to updates, anxiously watching for the next move in this high-stakes confrontation. The uncertainty has left the global community on edge. The stakes have never been higher, and the world holds its breath as the situation at Scarborough Shoal teeters on the brink of crisis. Beyond the headlines and political statements, it's the Filipino fishermen who quietly bear the brunt of this ongoing standoff. Their daily lives are shaped by forces far beyond their control, yet their stories often go unheard. Scarborough Shoal was once their reliable fishing ground, a source of food, income, and heritage passed down through generations. For decades, these waters provided not just a livelihood, but a sense of identity and belonging for entire communities. Since China's takeover in 2012, everything changed. Now, fishermen face constant harassment, water cannons, and the threat of having their hard-earned catches confiscated. Each trip to sea is fraught with anxiety and danger. Many have been forced to abandon the shoal altogether, plunging coastal communities into deepening poverty. Boats sit idle and once bustling villages grow quiet as hope fades. The ripple effect devastates local economies. Boat builders, vendors, and families all suffer. Markets that once thrived now struggle to survive, and the loss of income is felt in every home. Young people are leaving fishing behind, seeking work elsewhere, and centuries-old traditions are fading away. The knowledge and skills that once defined these villages risk being lost forever. These fishermen have become symbols of national struggle, their stories fueling public outrage and calls for justice. Their courage inspires many across the country. They speak of fear and defiance, facing down steel ships and fragile wooden boats. Their determination to stand their ground is a testament to their resilience. Despite the risks, some still return to the contested waters, asserting their right to fish and provide for their families. Their bravery is a quiet act of resistance. Their plight puts a human face on the conflict, reminding us that behind every headline are real people with hopes and dreams. The loss is not just economic, it's cultural and deeply personal. Generations of memories and traditions are at stake. The world is beginning to see their courage and hardship as their struggles gain international attention and support. Their struggle is a powerful reminder. This crisis is about real lives, families, and a way of life that hangs in the balance. China's strategy is gray zone warfare, coercion without open conflict. Swarms of Coast Guard and militia boats disguised as fishing vessels crowd out Philippine ships. Water cannons, dangerous maneuvers, and even lasers are used to intimidate and block access. The goal: enforce China's claim without firing a shot. The Philippines fights back with transparency, embedding journalists, sharing footage, and rallying global support. Their patrols continue, emphasizing restraint and international law. It's a battle of narratives as much as ships. Truth and visibility are the Philippines' main weapons. At Second Thomas Shoal, the grounded BRP Sierra Madre stands as a symbol of Filipino resolve. This rusting Wudu ship, intentionally beached in 1999, is manned by Marines living in harsh conditions. China tries to block every resupply mission, leading to tense and dangerous confrontations. For the Philippines, keeping the Sierra Madre crewed is a matter of pride and principle. Each successful resupply is a small victory, the ship a David against Goliath. If the Marines are forced off, China would likely seize the shoal, a major loss for the Philippines. The fate of the Sierra Madre is a test of national will. Its struggle is a powerful symbol in the fight for sovereignty. The Scarborough Shoal standoff has the world on edge. One mistake could trigger a conflict involving China, the Philippines, and the United States. The consequences would be catastrophic: regional chaos, global economic shock, and a test of international law. Nations worldwide urge restraint and respect for the rules-based order. Diplomacy is the only way forward. Open communication is critical. The world hopes for peace, not war. The South China Sea is a test for humanity's ability to resolve disputes peacefully. As tensions simmer, the world holds its breath, hoping for a future of cooperation and stability.